Hey guys, this is Jenny, and this is our Slow Flow yoga class. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties, so my hubby was making sure everything was all good to go. Alrighty, so let's get started. Today I was going to start by reading you guys a quote. And it says, it's by somebody named Jamie Vargan. It says, do things for yourself because you just want to see how far you can go. Grow because you can't wait to meet new versions of yourself. Remember that your life is meant to delight you. Let your life and yourself be delighted by your own gifts and talents and unique interests and hobbies that stay on your mind. You are you for a reason. Find the many reasons. Keep your own interests alive. Don't let your fire go out. Take pleasure in the way you do certain things, the situations that make you angry, that bring you more passion. Make sure you are heart first in whatever you do. Trust that your efforts will add up to something unexpected and wonderful. Let life surprise you. If something doesn't happen for you, trust that it's not meant for you and the reasons will appear when you most need them. Take delight in your own path. Heal so you can be free. Forget being the best or having the most. Be you. That is enough. More than enough. Enjoy who you are. There's nobody like you, and that is delightful. Let yourself bask in that for a while. And I thought that was really an awesome way of saying how important it is to remember who we are, and to not get lost in our lives to the point where we're no longer doing the things that make it special anymore. Even like my mom and I had some pictures taken recently, and it's something that I wanted to do just so that I always have those memories and always have those things to look back on and to just see how we were, And I think a lot of times we get caught up in things, or we'll make excuses of why we shouldn't do stuff. And then we wish we had at some point, And I know now that we'll always have those pictures to go back and look on. And that's just some of that stuff that we fail to do because we get busy. We don't think about things as being very important that are important to us, We lose ourselves. And, it's like a lot of the stuff that I love doesn't mean anything to anybody but me. If anybody else was aware of the stuff that brings me a lot of joy, all the little things, they may not mean anything to them. It may not mean much of anything to them at all. Like they may even wonder, like, why in the heck do I care about some of that stuff, And none of that matters because I only do it for me. I'm only doing those things. I'm only engaging in those things because it makes me feel good. It's celebration of my life because I get to choose how I want to spend my time and what I want to do and all of those kinds of things. So don't get lost, Don't get so lost in your life that you forget to appreciate the people that you have, to make those special memories, to do the special things, to do the things that are just for you, for nobody else at all, because it means something to you, because it makes your life more rich, because it makes you enjoy every single day more. That's really what it's all about, all the time. It's not about being the best or having the most. It's about doing this thing in a way that is reflective of bringing you joy and giving you opportunities to experience this life in a way that is beautiful to you and it means something. You know what I mean? So today, during our practice, just kind of be thinking about what are some of those ways that you could bring more of that energy into your life, that you could open up new space to engage in some of the stuff that you love. And remembering, don't judge it. It's not about other people caring or understanding or getting it or any of that crap. It's not about being Instagram worthy. It's not about, am I doing something today that other people are going to care about on social media? None of that shit matters. The only thing that's going to matter is it special to you, and why. So let's go ahead and just start warming up. Drop the shoulders back and down, and just start by coming into alignment within your own body, within your own being, and sinking into your breath for a moment, taking the bridge from the physical body back to the soul space. On every exhalation, just feeling yourself sinking back into yourself, coming back into that safe space within. Just taking note of what you're feeling today. We're going to engage in a triangle breath here. So just keeping those hands gently resting on those knees. Spine is nice and straight and long, lengthening through the crown of the head. Tucking the chin ever so slightly back and down. We're going to inhale to a comfortable count of 3 or 4 or whatever your natural inhalation is. Suspend to that same number, whether it be 3, 4, 5. And then exhale to the same count. It's not about the deepest breath. It's not about any of those things. Just a comfortable, natural breath. Inhale to that comfortable count. Suspend for the same amount of time. And exhaling at the same count. Just continuing on your own, with those eyes closed. Focus is at the brow point center. Take a couple more rounds of this pyramid breath. And then just come back to center, back to your natural breath whenever you're through. And then we're going to start with some gentle movements to just start waking the body up, warming up the spine and the rest of the physical being. We're going to inhale, turn our head and gaze over our left shoulder. Exhale, gazing over the right. Inhaling over the left, exhaling over the right. Just continuing on. You can always close those eyes, drawing your attention back inside of yourself. Come back to center. We're going to inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, drop them down the spine. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Just close your eyes and continue on with that gentle movement. Excuse me. On the next exhalation, releasing those shoulders down into their neutral space. Take those hands outside of those hips, grounding through those fingertips, just feeling yourself connected to the earth beneath you for a moment. And then inhaling and drawing those arms overhead, super slow, caressing your aura the entire way up. Reaching those fingertips into the sky, but keeping those shoulders grounded into their sockets. Exhaling and releasing the right hand behind the right glute. Left hand comes to the outside of that thigh, that right thigh, and then twisting the spine and gazing over the right shoulder if it feels safe on your neck. Untwisting the spine, super slow, with grace and ease, reaching those arms back into the sky. Exhale, releasing the left hand behind left glute. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh, twisting and gazing over the left shoulder this time. And untwisting through the spine. We're going to lengthen through the legs and take them directly out in front of us. Take those hands up towards the hip crease as you inhale and lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, drop those fingertips down towards the ankles and feet. If you need to stop somewhere here along the shin bones, that's totally cool. Just don't rest your hands on your joints and knees or the ankles. But if you can reach those feet, the bottom of those feet, feel free to do so. I am sore and stiff today because we've been working on this office space, but we finally finished it. So I need this. Hold that posture. Then inhale and rise up, drawing the palms of the hands back up towards the hip crease. We're going to bend our right leg and take that heel in towards the body. You're going to continue to extend through the left leg. Take those hands to the top of that left hip. Twist the body so that the heart space is aligned to the left thigh. Inhale nice and deep, and then exhale, drop the belly down towards the thigh, reaching those hands down towards the feet and ankle. You can take those peace fingers and wrap them around the big toe. Just listen to your body and take that expression of the stretch that feels the best to you today. No judgment, just taking care of your needs. Release that toe, hand falls onto the shin bone. Inhale, rise up, draw the hands back towards the hip crease. Take it to the opposite side, lengthening through the right leg. Left heel comes in towards the body, twisting the spine so that the heart space is lined to the right leg. Hands come to the top of the hip crease as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale, drop it down as you release the belly down towards the thigh. Just breathing into the body. Release that hand down onto the shin. Inhale and rise up. Take the palms of the hands back towards the hip crease, untwisting the spine. We're going to take the soles of the feet together and come into that butterfly pose. So you're going to draw those heels in towards the body. And you can wrap your hands around your feet, and we're just going to come into that butterfly pose by just bouncing those legs up and down. And then release the legs down towards the earth, long through the spine on the inhale. And exhale, take the heart towards the feet, releasing the crown of the head towards the mat. Super slow and gentle. Inhale and rise up. Exhale, we're going to come up onto those hands and knees. On your next inhalation, make sure that your shoulders are stacked on top of your wrist and your hips on top of your knees. And just ground into that position, that posture for a moment. And just make sure that that tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head is one nice, straight, beautiful line. Gaze is between those hands. We're going to come into those cat-cow stretches. So tipping the tailbone upward, dropping the belly towards the mat, lifting the gaze. Hold that posture and take a couple deep breaths. Then inhale deeply. And exhale, tuck the tailbone rounding through the spine. Take the chin to the chest. Hold that posture and take some deep breaths. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into your cat. And just keep it going. Come back into your tabletop position. Take the knees out towards the edge of the mat. Press the glutes back towards the heels. Stretch those fingertips towards the top and release the forehead and the heart space towards the mat. And just breathe into the body for a moment. Completely relaxed. Sometimes we get so sucked into thinking that our lives are all about taking care of other people, making the other people in our lives happy, that we totally negate ourselves, and we get to this place where we realize at some point that we've lost ourselves somewhere in that space. And there's this feeling of desperation to get back. When we realize it really is about us. It's all about us. This experience is for me to have and nobody else. Really slow and gentle. Inhale and rise up, coming into that tabletop position. Curl your toes under and press your hips into the sky for your downward facing dog, releasing those heels down towards the mat, pressing the belly towards the thighs, gazing at the shin bones. Inhale, take the gaze towards the hands and step or float towards the top of the mat, but continue to hang in that forward fold. Release the weight of the crown of the head completely. Open up space in that vertebra, that spinal column, releasing all that pressure on those discs and nerves. You can shift your weight side to side or remain in stillness or take your pinkies into opposite elbows. Just take a moment to breathe. And then really, really slow and gentle whenever you're ready. Grounding through all four corners of both feet. We're going to inhale, take a gentle bend in those knees and roll up. Super slow, vertebra by vertebra. Exhale, take those hands down to heart center. Close your eyes. Breathe. We're going to move into a gentle flow that's going to take us directly into our sun salutation. Building that energy in the body. Magnifying that light that exists within each and every one of us, allowing it to shine fully and completely. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactusing out the arms. Inhale, reaching the fingertips into the sky, and exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those hands down into the earth, and inhale, roll it up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release the fingertips into the earth. Gentle bend in the knees, roll it up. Vertebra by vertebra, arms coming overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingers rise into the sky. And exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop those fingertips into the earth, and then inhale, roll it up. We're moving into the sun salutations now. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms rise up. And exhale, swan diving forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, drop those hands into the earth and step or float back for that plank posture. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, take it all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Stepping towards the hands. We're going to take 3 more of these. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. We're going to do this next one together, and then we're going to move at our own pace. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands into the mat. Step it back or float back for that Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step towards those hands and take the next 2 at your own pace, adding or taking away anything that you need. Maintaining in that mountain or Tadasana pose whenever you're through. Breathing into the body. Relaxing and grounding through all 4 corners of both feet. We're going to come into that tree pose. So you can keep your hands at heart center, or you can stay in that mountain pose. Grounding through the left or the right leg, whichever feels best to you to get started. Bending through the opposite leg. Kickstand through that foot. That can be your fullest expression of tree. You can take that foot up onto the calf, the inner thigh. You can come into that lotus pose. Focusing on that juicy gaze. Got one point of still focus. Reaching those tree branches up into the sky if and when you're ready. Exhale, take it down, almost fell out, and pedal it out. We're going to take it to the opposite side, grounding through the opposite leg, kickstanding through the opposite foot. Come into that full expression of tree, same as you did on this side as you did on the other side. Once you're nice and grounded and rooted in your posture, you'll reach those fingertips up into the sky. Exhale, take the hands back down. Bring the knee forward, release the foot into the mat and pedal it out. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, reach those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those hands down into the mat. Step it back for your downward facing dog. And then beginning on the left side, inhale, lift up through that leg. Exhale, bend the knee and rotate the ankle. Inhale, lengthen through the leg, and exhale, pull it all the way through for a low lunge. Exhale, release the right knee down into the mat and uncurl those toes. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactusing forward. Shifting that weight forward, opening up through the right hip. Inhale and rise up. Take those hands into prayer pose. Drop them down into your heart space so that you can take your right elbow over your left thigh, twisting through the spine, working to take the thumbs to heart center. Untwisting through the spine, releasing those hands behind your glutes, interlock the fingers, drop those shoulders down as you lift the fist away from the glutes. Inhale deeply, and exhale, release the heart space, the chest down the left thigh, allowing those hands to rise into the sky. And then using the core strength, inhale and rise up. Release those hands. Reach those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, release your left hand into the arch of the left foot and reaching up through the right fingertips towards the sky. You can gaze upward towards those right fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. Exhale, let it go. Take those hands to frame the left foot. Curl the right toes under. Press the hips into the sky so that you can carefully and gently take the left foot back to meet the right and pedal out through those legs. We're going to take it to the opposite side. Inhale, lifting up through the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Rotate the ankle. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, pull it all the way through for your low lunge. Releasing the left knee down into the mat, uncurling the foot so that the top is resting into the earth. Make sure your right knee is stacked on top of your right ankle. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus it forward. Shifting the weight forward. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands come into prayer pose and release them down into the heart center. We're going to take that left elbow over the right thigh for a spinal twist, gazing over the right shoulder if it feels safe. Untwisting the spine, releasing those hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers, lift the palms or the hands away from the glutes. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release the belly down onto the right thigh. Hands rise into the sky. Gazes at the foot. Inhale, rising up. Really, really, really slow with grace and ease. Arms come overhead. Exhale, releasing the right hand inside of the arch of the right foot, reaching upward through the left fingertips. Gazing at those fingers if it feels safe on the neck. And exhale, release that left hand back down into the mat, framing the foot with both hands now. Curl the left toes under, pressing the hips into the sky. Drop that right foot back to meet the left and pedal out those legs. Inhale, gaze towards the hands and make your way towards the top of your mat. Hang in that forward fold. Breathing into the body. Inhale, rise up, rolling up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingertips rise into the sky, and exhale, releasing the right hand down the right thigh, reaching through the left fingertips towards the right wall, stretching through the side body. Keep that left shoulder back so that the heart is exposed. Inhale, rise up. Release that hand down, and inhale, lifting up through the right fingertips, reaching towards the left wall this time. Inhale, lift both arms into the sky, bending through those knees, finding that chair posture, Utkatasana. Keep the tailbone tucked underneath the body, that pelvis, so that you have that nice central line. Arms are overhead. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release those hands behind those glutes. Knees are still bent. Inhale, nice and deep. And then exhale, release the belly to the thighs. Head hangs towards the earth. Really slow and gentle. Inhale and rise up. Arms come back overhead. Lengthen through those legs. We're going to ground through our left or our right leg, whichever one feels best to you. And we're going to exhale, hinge forward from the hips, reaching the fingertips in front of you, and lifting your right foot or your left foot away from the mat. You can take those hands back in flight if you need to. You can keep those toes grounded into the earth. Inhaling and rising up. We're going to take it to the opposite side. So you're not just reaching forward. We're reaching and kicking with equal opposition. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Reaching through the fingertips. Take the arms back in flight if that feels better. If you fall out, it's okay. We just come right back in. Inhale and rise up. Arms come overhead. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips, releasing those fingertips down into the mat. We're going to do some frog squats before we come down into that Malasana posture. So for our frog squats, we're going to inhale, heels come up, drop the glutes towards the heels, lift the gaze. Exhale, rise up, stay high on the toes, dropping the forehead towards the knees. Inhaling down, exhaling up, And just keep it going at your own pace. One more time. Rise up. Plant those feet into the mat. We're going to walk those feet apart about hips width distance. And then dropping the glutes down between those heels. Take the elbows inside of the knees if that feels comfortable and safe. Hands to heart center. Close the eyes. And just breathe into the body for a moment. Breathe into the posture. Gently opening up those eyes, pressing the palms of the hands down into the earth. Inhale, drawing the hips into the sky, taking the toes forward. Exhale, release the glutes all the way down into the mat. And stretch those legs out in front of us. We're going to take that life nerve stretch again this time. We're going to do it a little bit different. This time we're going to wrap both both fingers around our big toes, if that's within your practice. If not, you can just take those hands somewhere on the shins. If you can, though, wrap those hands or those peace fingers around your big toes. We're going to inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, drop the elbows towards the shins. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, rise up. Take those hands underneath your glutes as you come down onto your forearms for our fish pose. Now, if you have a compromised neck or spine, you're not going to want to engage in this posture. You can just keep your gaze neutral towards the front of the room. But if you feel comfortable and safe and you're not pressing into pain or tingling or numbness, you can come into the full expression. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release the gaze first to the sky and then towards the wall behind you as you allow the head to hang towards the earth. And take those deep breaths. Inhale, really, really slow and gentle. Lift the head back up. Nice, slow and controlled movement. Hands come out from underneath those glutes. Release the spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down into the mat. Take yourself down all the way into the earth and take a couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then inhale and take those knees into the chest. Wrap those arms around those shin bones. And just breathe into the body for a moment. And then holding on to just the right leg. We're going to inhale, lift up nice and slow through the left. Exhale, releasing it all the way down. Reaching out through the right arm. Left hand comes outside of the right leg, pulling it across the body. Keeping both shoulders grounded into the earth. Twist your head and gaze over the right fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. Really slow and gentle, untwisting the spine. Take both knees into the chest after you've realigned your body. Holding on to just the left leg. Inhale, lift up through the right. Exhale, take it down into the earth, nice and slow. Reaching out through the left arm, left hand comes to the outside of the left leg and pulls it across for the supine twist. Gazing over the left fingertips. Really benefiting our digestion here with these twisting postures. Untwisting the spine, realigning the body, drawing the knees back into the chest. Finding that happy baby posture whenever you're ready, grabbing the outside edges of those feet, knees into the armpits, and just breathing and moving for a moment. And whenever you're ready, super slow and easy, release those feet and take those legs all the way down into the mat for your final Shavasana corpse pose. Arms frame the body, hands can be face up or face down. Feet fall to the side. And breathing nice and deep into the body. Totally relaxed. The greatest relationship that we're ever, ever, ever going to have in this life is the one that we have with ourselves. To love and protect, to nurture, to bring joy. There's no enemy outside of our mind. The real enemies live inside of us. And don't let those things that you say to yourself keep you from knowing the beauty of who and what you are, keep you from living truly your one beautiful life. You don't have to explain what you love to anybody. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. You only have to make sure that you get to experience things the way that you want to, that makes sense to you, that feels good to you, that gives you the ability to know yourself better, to live with more joy, with more beauty. You must learn to get in touch with the most innermost essence of your being. This true essence is beyond the ego. It is fearless. It is free. It is immune to criticism. It does not fear any challenge. It is beneath no one, superior to no one, and full of magic, mystery, and enchantment. Starting to come back to the body by wiggling the fingers and toes. Wrapping the hands around the wrists and the feet around the ankles. Taking gentle stretches, full body stretches, cat stretches. And then drawing those knees into the chest. Rocking and rolling several times forward and backward, up and down the spine. Until you draw yourself upright into a comfortable seated position. So we can finish our practice today with 3 long Sat Nams. Sat Nam, I am truth. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. Take those hands into prayer pose and tuck the thumbs into the breastbone so that you can inhale deeply. Exhale fully and completely. And then inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Namaste. Sat Nam, I am truth. Truth is my name. Namaste. I honor that truth that exists within each and every single one of you without the desire to change it. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I just love and appreciate you guys so much. I hope y'all have an awesome week. Feels like we're finally starting to move into fall, so go enjoy yourselves. Do something special for you. Take advantage of that magical feeling in the air and do something amazing just for yourself. I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. So until then, bye.